what if the most powerful advice doesn't come from a best-selling book, a viral video, or even a podcast, but from an unexpected ride to the airport? Welcome to the Minute Mastery Podcast, a conversational productivity and time management podcast where busy authors and entrepreneurs are inspired to create time for what truly matters. I'm your host, Ngozi Edema. I'm a time management coach, writer, and entrepreneur. Here, you are encouraged to turn your minutes into milestones and to create at least 1 hour a day working on your goals without feeling overwhelmed. Before we dive into today's episode, I want to ask you something. Have you been sitting on a creative project or book idea for months, maybe even years? Because life just wouldn't slow down. If that sounds like you, I created something just for you. It's my standard 6-week coaching package, a focused, personalized experience designed to help you finally finish what you started. Here is how it works. For 6 weeks, we meet once a week, just you and I. You'll get a custom time plan that fits around your real life. Not some cookie cutter schedule, but something that actually works for you. You will also get email check-ins from me because I know how easy it is to fall off the track when no one is checking in. This is perfect for busy moms, writers, and entrepreneurs, or anyone who is juggling life and a dream at the same time. So, if you've been waiting for the right time, consider this your sign. Let's turn those minutes into milestones. Head over to this episode's show notes to enroll or learn more about this program. Now, let's talk about today's show. I'm sharing a real life story from a recent family trip to Las Vegas, a city where extremes coexist, glittering highs and sobering lows. But somewhere in between, if you're paying attention, you might stumble on a moment of quiet clarity. And that is what happened to me. It was the end of our vacation, bags, cameras full, and mind spinning from the neon chaos of the strip. Las Vegas is a place that confronts you with all of it. The good, the bad, and the very, very ugly. But as we prepared to head home, I made a quiet promise to myself. I'm going to focus on the good. And then the good pulled up to the curb. Our Uber driver, a kind, soft-spoken man, stepped out to greet us. He was older, sharply dressed, and carried himself with a calm confidence. He offered to help us with our luggage, though my husband quickly stepped in, not wanting him to strain himself. Still, we thanked him for his kind gesture. If you've ever taken a string of ride shares, you know not every driver is in the mood for small talk or smiles. But this man, he was different. He radiated something unique. Peace? Maybe? Or wisdom? As we settled into the car, my husband asked his usual question. How's your day going? His reply, great. Every morning I wake up, I'm thankful I'm still here. I just had a birthday. I'm 83. Wait, what? 83? We were stunned. This man didn't look a day over 60. His eyes were bright, his posture was upright, and he was alert and engaging the entire time. Naturally, we had to ask the $1,000,000 question. What's your secret? And what he said next has stayed with me ever since. He isolated 3 things. I don't let things stress me. I don't negotiate with my brain by overthinking the things I know I should be doing. And I listen to older and wiser people. That was it. No supplements, no fancy hacks, just simple truths. And that 50-minute ride became a masterclass in living well. Hello, mamas and papas in the house. What do you want in a storybook? Here are my favorite things to look out for in a storybook. Storybooks must be relatable. They should teach important lessons. They should have great illustrations. They should be evergreen. And finally, they should be fun to read. Mama's Daycare is all of the above. Here is a review of Mama's Daycare. This is a book with a heart, a delightful and warm story. Mama's Daycare highlights the selflessness of a little girl who makes her mom's welfare a priority as she prepares to go to school for the first time. A great life lesson, beautifully illustrated and simply narrated. Check it out on Amazon, available in the Kindle store and on paperback formats. So let's break down the gifts this 83-year-old gave us on that day. Number one, I don't let things stress me. He wasn't saying life never gets hard. He was saying, I don't let it stay with me. This sounds similar to something I heard before from a famous person that lived about 2,000 years ago, often not credited enough. He asked, who of you by being anxious can add 1 cubit to his lifespan? Yes, stress and anxiety never solves problems they may add to an already stressful life. And did you know that stress affects your productivity? And here is how. When we are stressed, our body releases the cortisol hormone from the adrenal gland. This hormone plays a key role in the body's fight to flight response by helping regulate our metabolism, blood sugar levels, and inflammation. In short bursts, it helps the body respond to immediate danger by increasing energy and alertness. It also helps restore balance after the stressful event has passed, making it an essential part of the body's internal regulatory system. It's a beautiful mechanism that helps us cope with stress. But even something this beautiful can pose a threat when it is too much. So, when you are in constant stress mode, cortisol levels remain elevated for long periods of time. This prolonged elevation can disrupt nearly everything, every system in your body, leading to issues like anxiety, depression, weakened immunity, weight gain, high blood pressure, and sleep disturbances. The list goes on. So, productivity gets thrown out of the window because if you do not get enough sleep, you are anxious or constantly battling poor health because of a weakened immunity, you can hardly get anything done. Productivity also gets thrown out of the window. Stress will always knock on the door, but it is your decision whether it gets a key to your house or not. How often are we weighed down, not by what happened, but by the story behind that we keep telling ourselves? Ask yourself, what can I release today? What's been sitting on my shoulders for too long and is now okay to let go of? Number two, I don't negotiate with my brain by overthinking what I should be doing. It means when I know something is good for me, I just do it. How many of us lose hours, even years, in the mental tug of war of should I? Shouldn't I? We know we need to write that book. We know we need to take that walk. We know we need to call that loved one. We know we need to change that habit. We know we need to eat right. But our brain keeps messing around and loves the delay. Discipline isn't about harshness, it's about being lovingly firm with yourself. As in, I love myself enough not to overthink this anymore, but to get on with it. Number three, I listened to older and more experienced people, especially when he was younger. He told us he listened to more experienced people so that he could become wiser in his future. What a rare quality in an age where we are taught that the newest voice is always the most valuable. There is something sacred about listening, truly listening to people who have lived before us, who have endured wars, recession, heartbreaks, and still showing up. They aren't perfect, but they carry a kind of wisdom. Now, come closer, let me tell you this. They carry a kind of wisdom that Google cannot tell you. I don't let Google know I told you this, but their their wisdom is unique. You won't find it anywhere. So ask yourself, who are you learning from today? I know we live in a trust recession. However, there are trustworthy people out there we can learn from. You just have to do the research and you'll find them. It doesn't mean that they know an awful lot than you do, but it means that in that particular area, they may know more than you. So as you do your research, finding those kind of people, consider this. Who is a few chapters ahead of you in life, and are you humble enough to listen? As we pulled up to the airport, we thanked him again, not just for the ride, but for the ride within the ride. We left with more than we packed. That brief encounter reminded me it's not always the grand gestures that shift us. Sometimes it's a simple conversation in a car, a passing moment, a simple truth that rings louder than all the noise around us. And so, I leave you with this. Where are you allowing unnecessary stress to steal your peace? Throw it out of the window. Where are you negotiating with yourself instead of following through? Get on with what you need to do. And who is speaking into your life with end wisdom, and are you letting them in? That will be valuable. Thanks for joining on this ride today on the Minute Mastery Podcast. I hope this story reminds you that mastery isn't about perfection, it's about presence, about noticing the lessons around us, the lessons in the ordinary, about being grateful for every breath, every sunrise, and yes, even every Uber ride. Check out the links on this episode's show notes. Thanks again for tuning into the Minute Mastery Podcast. If you have found this episode helpful, please share it with someone who could use more time in their day. And remember to subscribe and leave us a review. Until next time, remember, you are in control of your time. And you've got this.